We start this week with a moment of silence.
Shut up and sit down. Shut up and sit down.
Couple, here comes the six. Yodel hangs on for two in a row.
All right. Well, thank God that intro is about 2 minutes long. After the moment of silence for Blazin' Biggins, a.k.a. Bobby, gave me at least 2 minutes to get put back together. A great dog gone way, way, way too soon. And our condolences to all involved with Blazin' Biggins and Bobby. Okay, this is the Friday night edition of the Greyhound Race of the Week. I know I said I wasn't going to do one, but then as the week went on, I'm like, oh, what the hell, I can probably slip it in Friday before I pack to go over to Palm Beach, which is the reason why we're not going to have this tomorrow night, and it's tonight, because I will be playing in the poker tournament at the Palm Beach Kennel Club on Sunday. Leaving to go there tomorrow. I'll be there tomorrow, Sunday, Monday, and leaving Tuesday, so sort of a mini vacation. I will try and broadcast from the track. I don't know if they'll let me go broadcast in the poker room while the tournament's going on, but we'll try and get something going on that front, hopefully. If not, I'll probably catch one night of racing, and the rest is basically a vacation. I'll have the wife with me, so she does not want to hang out at the track on her vacation the whole time, so got to do a little 50-50 split there. So, all right, Greyhound Race of the Week. So let's take a look at last week's winner, which was Duxbury by a landslide.
The sixth race of the Arkansas course. Rusty is rolling on the river. Here comes Rusty. And they're off. Rushing to the lead. It's 3. Crushed it. Now 4. Iceman has the lead. 4 is 7 and 3 into the first turn. Rounding the turn. 4 Iceman in front. 4, 2, and 1. On to the backstretch. 4, 2, 1, and 3. 5, 7, 8, and 6. 4, Iceman holds the lead into the far turn. Second, 2, Duxbury. Third, 1, Silverado. And then 3, Crushed It. Down the stretch, 4 and 2. 4, 2, and 1. 4 and 2, 4 and 2. Too close to call.
Well, that was Duxbury. Last week's winner, like I said, by a landslide. And we had a retirement. Aaron Solo, who was on the tournament list as an at-large bid, retired. So we had to replace Aaron Solo. So we replaced with one of the hot dogs right now.
My eyes adore you. Oh, I never laid a
Here
hand
comes
on you. My
Rustin.
eyes adore you.
Racing, maiden third, 2 pops the latch, 1 runs up, 5-8, 7-6, 3-4 is last in that first turn, and Tardy Bellamy has the lead through that first bend. My Eyes Adore You on the chase second. There's the 5, Jedi Muchacha. Then Tardy Bellamy's on the lead, but company's coming. My Eyes Adore You, the first-time starter, says hello and goodbye as we turn for home. Rookie on the lead and making it look oh so easy. My Eyes Adore You, much the best in race 3. 1, 2, 4.
And it didn't stop there, because after breaking the maiden,
Race 14,
check
Grade
this
D
out.
sprint course. It's now race time. Here comes Rusty. Racing front half of the Quinella double. Tight on the break. 4 across the track. 1, 6, 7, 8, 2, 5, 3, and 4. And the 1 grabs the lead. W. DeSoto. Now the 2 skims the rail to take over the lead. My Eyes Adore You. Down the backstretch run we go. 2, 1, 7, 3. Back to the 8, 6, 5, and 4. And My Eyes Adore You on a nice lead. DeSoto there second. Here comes Patsy Sarah Ann under a rally. 2, 1, 3, and 8. Deuce is loose. An easy winner. My Eyes Adore You. Tight for place from the 1 and 3. 8 was.
My eyes adore you. Oh, I never laid a hand on you. My eyes adore you.
gotta watch out for that dog. So, that being said, second in votes last week, so Maya Zadoria is going to come in the tourney. And there we go. So, here's how it's going to play. We got 6 more for this week, and I'll tell you what, this week is probably the toughest lineup you're ever going to see. But in right now, we got Paint the Trail, Swamp Yankee, Jackrabbit Slim, Patsy Sly Cooper, Flamenco Dancer, You Wascoey Wabbit, Max Trudeau, Flat Chet Cuppa, Good as Gold. Put that up a bit, Cherokee Fiddle, LK's High Pockets, PRM Arkansas, JS Boomtastic, BD Badger, Kentucky Fly, Serious Mischief, WW's Malort, last week's winner Duxbury, My Eyes Adore You, takes the place of Aaron Solo, and KB's Brawler. This week's poll will be up at 9:30. You can vote twice, because we're taking 2. We're going to take the top 2 dogs this week. It is a tough, tough, tough field. And with that being said, if I could click the right buttons, let's get to it. First one we got, I believe, is SOKC, Dog Track Mike.
Here comes Swifty. And Nara. There's 3 in the middle of the track. 1 moves up, 7 to the outside, 2, 4, and 8. 1 and 3 matching strides to the turn. 1, 3, 7 to the outside. There's 2 and 8. 1 and 3 battling up front. Ponda's Jasmine, the 3, the 1. Dog Track Mike, 7, 2. There's 4, 5, and 6 to the far turn. They go 1, 7, 1. 3 rather, there's 7, 2, 8 on the move now, turning for home, 1, 3, 7, 8 to the inside is the 1, Dog Track Mike.
Dog Track Mike. Love Bob Thacker's calls. All right, our first candidate, 1 out of 6 for this week, is Dog Track Mike. Moving on, we have number 2 this week, which is Freedom's Fawn.
Erson's in motion. They're off and racing. At the break, it's a 2-6, 7-8, 1-5, 4 and 3. Around the turn they go. It's the 2, Caius Marvin. Up on the outside, it's BR Cowboy. The 6 between Greyhounds, Freedom Spawn. 8-6-2-1-3-4. Around the turn, BR Cowboy. Freedom Spawn. They'll head for home. Freedom Spawn on the outside.
Nice run there. Nice last-minute charge there by Freedom Spawn. The next dog we have just can't catch a break. Every time this dog wins a race, it gets in a Donnybrook with, oh my God. You'll see what I'm talking about when the last two dogs come up. But here's number 3 this week. Like I said, every time Manzano Sunshine wins a race, that dog gets in with a whole bunch of other dogs and just can't catch a break. Who knows? Maybe this will be the week you finish 1 or 2. But here we go with Manzano Sunshine.
And here's Rusty. And they're off. 5, 6, and 8 get the early call. 3 rushes up. 4, 1, 6, and 7 into the turn to go, tightly packed, and Manzano Sunshine grabs the lead. GT Sports Jock there second. That one's followed by OK's Marcella and GS Porsche. 8, 7, 5, 6, gap back to 3, 4, 2, and 1. And it's Manzano Sunshine with the lead. GT Sports Jock there on the chase. We're down to these two, Manzano Sunshine, GT Sports Jock, Manzano Sunshine, 8, 7, 5, 6.
So Manzano managed to keep control for most of that race. But as I said, wait till you see the last 2. We got 3 more left, so Manzano is number 3. So we had Dog Track Mike, Freedom's Fun, Manzano Sunshine. And our number 4 nominee for this week is Red Flyin' Wagon.
There's Spunky there out of the box, and they're on the move. 4's out in front. RCK Avalanche trying to slide to the finish line. 7's trying to get on by. 3's picking it up. Red Flying Wagon trying to fly high. 5's moving fast. Special Risks not taking many risks, but 1, 8, 6, and 2 with in the back trying to get ahead. 4's moving fast. 3's closing in trying to get around. And on the inside, 4's moving, but 3's on by. 3, 4, 1, 7.
So Red Flyin' Wagon coming up there at the last minute. Now, as I said before, business is about to pick up on numbers 5 and 6. Probably a couple of the hottest dogs, and probably one of the 2 the hottest dogs. So number 5 this week comes to us from Iowa, and he was in, was it last week or was it the week before? But it's UB Darth Vader from Iowa, and they're running their stakes races there. So needless to say, if UB Darth Vader doesn't win this and wins the stakes race, he'll automatically go forward in our little tournament here. But here he is, UB Darth Vader.
Round 1 in the King and Queens. Julian is on the move. Here comes the Julian. The Greyhounds are off in round 1 of the King and Queen Stakes. 8 males here as they come by the front stretch. 2, 3, 7, 5, 8, 4, 1. The 2 in front to the paddock turn. That's the Superior Wildcat. Your leader, the 7, UB Darth Vader second, followed by J.S. Drew's Money. J.D. Blur down the back stretch. 2, 7, 5, 8, 3, 1, 4, 6. The far turn now. Superior Wildcat is your leader. The 7 is heard from now. It's Darth Vader. Down the stretch they come. And anybody's race to take yet. The 2 will try to hold off the 7 and the 5 at the line close for the win. Darth Vader closer for the place. Hold on tickets. The Stewart.
All right, nice little finish there. Last minute by UB Darth Vader. That is our number 5 entry of the week. And let me tell you, folks, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't get any easier after UB Darth Vader, because we got a dog here that's won 8 in a row. And without further ado, here is the last race for Pat C News.
And here's Rusty. And they're off, and Patsy News right to the top. 5, 2, 1, 8, 6, 3, 7, and 4. And Patsy News has opened up a 6-length lead. Back to second is OK's Boulder Dash. Then comes Wild Guard, followed by OK's Easy Express. Patsy News with the lead. Boulder Dash trying to make it up in second. And Wild Guard in third as they turn for home. Patsy News looking for 8 in a row, but here comes Boulder Dash to make it close. Patsy News and Boulder Dash, photo for win.
And it was Patsy News. And holy cow, Boulder Dash. What a close. 6 lengths down for the better part of the race. And with that kind of speed to make that up. So who knows, maybe we'll see Boulder Dash here in the future. But, to give Patsy News that much of a, scare, holy moly. That was a close race. Close race, that's for sure. So that's the 6 that we have this week. Once again, the poll will be up at 9:30 Eastern Time. And we're taking the top 2, so you can vote for 2. Vote for 2, vote for 3. You can vote for 3, actually. I've never told you that. You can probably put as many votes as you want because I can't limit the votes. But I count on our crowd to keep it. So if you're watching the replay, you want to watch the replay, you want to watch the moment of silence at the beginning for Blazin' Biggins. Some news here before we run the compilation of our 6 finalists for this week. The auction took in about 10,000, if not more, for the Support Working Animals auction. That's the second straight auction of 10 grand plus. So Greyhound Nation speaking loud and clear, regardless of what some in the minority may say, that it's a waste of time, it's a waste of money. Obviously, there's more people than not that think it's not a waste of money, because otherwise you wouldn't be supporting the only 2 auctions that Support Working Animals have had. And there will probably be more auctions. Once again, the poker tournament, if you're going to be around the Palm Beach Kennel Club Sunday at 12:30 p.m. If you want to play, try and knock my sorry ass out of the tournament, there may be a little bounty put on my head. So if you're a poker player, go to Palm Beach Kennel Club. KeepGreyhoundsRacing.org. The Facebook page is a public page, so that's why I'm plugging the tournament, in case there's somebody who is not a member that happens to watch this tonight live, or stumbles upon the page and watches the replay. 12:30 Sunday at the Palm Beach Kennel Club, second floor in the poker room. Poker tournament to benefit Support Working Animals. It's a $50 buy-in with $20 add-ons, I would imagine, for the first hour, and then probably, I think I'm sorry, $20 rebuys. Usually those go the first half hour of the first hour, so you pay $50 to get in. You can play like a wild man and rebuy in for $20 if you get busted out, or get lucky and accumulate a whole bunch of chips in the first hour. I think there's a $20 add-on after the first hour, and then that's it. Usually after the first hour, you can't add on or rebuy. And the tournament goes on. The top 10% will get paid cash. There's going to be raffles, 50-50s. The top 10% get paid. And then the gracious Palm Beach Kennel Club, for the first place and the second place winner, is also giving those people, top 2 finishers in the tournament, a $210 ticket for any future tournament at the Palm Beach Kennel Club. So if you're a poker player with a buy-in of $210, usually means that first place is somewhere in the thousands. So you can take your little $50, come play in our little tournament, and who knows? I don't know how many locals are going to show up. I don't know how many, more than amateur, less than professional will show up. But that should bring in some poker players. And even if you're not familiar with poker, the dealers will help you out and understand the game. So come on out, spend $50, and if you get busted out and you don't want to pay anymore, that's cool, because all the proceeds after payouts are going to Support Working Animals and the Overturn13.org cause. All right, I'll plug the tournament before we leave here tonight too. Let's take a look at our 6 finalists.
Now turning for home, 137, 8 to the inside is the one dog Track Mike.
Freedom Spawn. They'll head for home. Freedom Spawn on the outside.
On the chase, we're down to these two, Manzano Sunshine, GT Sports Jock, Manzano Sunshine, 8756.
And on the inside, 4's moving, but 3's on by. 3-4-1-7.
Down the stretch they come, and anybody's race to take. You have the 2 will try to hold off the 7 and the 5 at the line, close for the win. Darth Vader closer for the place. Hold on tickets. The Stewart.
They turn for home. Patsy News looking for 8 in a row, but here comes Balderdash to make it close. Patsy News and Balderdash photo for win.
And there's the photo for Patsy News with 8 in a row. That's tough to do. That's almost like a 52-game hitting streak in baseball. I don't know, 52. I remember being a Brewer fan. Paul Molitor had like 33. And I remember one year, I think it was 87, the Brewers won their first 13. And I was actually at most of those games when I lived up in Milwaukee by the stadium. So 8 in a row for a dog. That's a lot. That's a lot. So Patsy News is going to, that's why I was saying Manzano Sunshine is just like snake bitten, because every time Manzano wins a race, that dog gets into a Donnybrook with, other dogs. Like, I can't remember the ones the last time, but it was, sort of like Duxbury type dogs. Patsy News now, and you got UB Darth Vader, who's starting to heat up over there in Iowa. So fun times watching those races, and you can get all those on Track Info, and the tracks themselves have their races live. So once again, I don't know if Jen put up an update or not. The first communication from the lawyer is in as far as starting the case. None of that can be discussed, but just letting you know that things are moving forward, and the lawyer has given SWA something. Everybody's looking it over, adding to it, and our legal team of Tom Murtha and Jennifer Rosenblum are handling it. So that's all I can say. Loose lips sink ships, but just in case anybody out there is wondering why there's not a lot of talk about the lawyers, because that stuff cannot be disclosed. Nobody's tipping their hand. And state's in for a long battle, in for a long fight, because you guys out there have said so with your wallets. So win, lose, or draw on round 1, we lose, it gets appealed. It'll get appealed all the way to the Supreme Court if we have to. As long as people want us to do it, that's what'll happen, and it'll go. This has never been done. It's a precedent that's going to be set. It has to be set. Trust me. Knowing what the arguments are, this has to be a precedent that is set, so this kind of crap cannot happen in other states. It is not constitutional, and that's my opinion. That's the opinion of a lot of people. And the lawyers are going to tell them why. So that's the update on the lawyers. Like I said, don't ever mistake silence for nothing going on, because trust me, there's a ton of stuff. I mean, it's almost like daily something pops up that somebody's emailing to the legal team, based on what we've been instructed to look for. So that's it for that. And like I said, again, we'll have another auction. I'm sorry, I'm behind. I am still working on the guest announcer for SOKC, and that I'll try and do it once I get back from Palm Beach, because I can't wait to see some people there. Kurt, if you're out there, I can't wait to see you again, buddy. Hopefully this time I can get over in the kennel throw my wife out in the turnout pen too. How about that? So, yeah, if anybody out in Abilene sees this and you want to throw some picks, we can do like a little 5-minute slideshow next week, because that's what it's all about. That's what KeepGreyhoundsRacing.org is all about. It's about the sport, and that's the sport, as in capital S, capital P, capital O, capital R, and a capital T. Regardless of what some idiots out there think, this is a sport, and it will remain a sport. And that's why KeepGreyhoundsRacing.org is here. Once again, you run into somebody who you think you can rehabilitate, send them to KeepGreyhoundsRacing.org and also to Jeff's Paint the Trail. Those two sites should be more than enough for somebody to actually see the truth. As we all know, Jeff has hundreds of hours of videos of what really happens in the kennels, and Keep Greyhounds Racing has all the other stuff that basically puts the animal rights terrorists, and yes, again, they are terrorists. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. That refutes everything the animal terrorists have ever said about greyhound racing, about the issues of greyhound racing. And as I've said before, the only thing they've told the truth on is, yes, there have been dogs that died on the track. And half through racing and half through natural or disease or other causes. So nobody ever denies that. But when you take 438, which is, I think, was the number they passed around, and said for 5 years, do the math. It doesn't come out to one dog every 3 days. And if you cut that 483 in half, which is basically the dogs that may have expired on the track due to an injury, what's half of 483? About 240 over 5 years as a direct result to racing. So, adopters out there, you have a greater chance of your retired greyhound injuring themselves or fatally injuring themselves at home, 2 to 3 times more chance than at the track being handled by professionals. So you tell me what's better for the dog. It's too bad they don't race, till they're 12. They have a better chance of living longer, maybe. That's all I'm going to say about that. There will be videos. I'm working on a ton of videos for the site and a lot of information, but I think the gem of Keep Greyhounds Racing is some of the videos that we've done, and McKeon's Minute, where you have access to a lot of Dennis's writings, and those basically, when you're come up against an anti-race person that may be willing to listen, tell them to click on McKeon's Minute. I mean, there's testimonials of adopters on this site, like Chris Metz and Yodel. Her story's out there. The Shumitz's story is out there, how they went from adopter to racing owner. And there's just a ton of stuff. Just human interest, the truth of everyday people that you may see in the food store. These are everyday people that are in the business. The Kurtz, the Greg Morses, the Goodies, the Monicas, just regular people like you and I. And I know Chase wants to get out of the room because I've locked him in with me. So, but everyday people like you and I and everybody else. So, that's what people don't understand. So with that, we're going to wrap this up. Like I say, I'll try and do some live stuff. I don't know when it's going to be. So if you don't catch it live, you can always catch the replay. Make sure you catch this replay again, as always, the Greyhound Race of the Week, Week 13. The poll should be up in about less than a minute. And with that, everybody have a good weekend. And like I said, I will try and... I don't know if they're going to let me go live out of the poker room. I don't know how serious they're going to take that tournament. But if they do, I'll try something from there. If not, I'll go on the track area. So once again, everybody, thanks for tuning in. And have yourselves a great weekend.
Shut up and sit down. Shut up and sit down.